We are live.
We are indeed. Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys. Welcome to our regular Sunday evening chat.
Chitter chatter.
Oh, what?
Chitter chatter.
Chitter chatter. Yeah, whatever. And yeah, we have a haul for you. We went to a yard sale trail.
Yep.
Now, hang on. How about I turn my mic on? We had last week.
Are we miming again?
Hang on. No, that's right. It's on.
It's on.
Yeah. Last week.
And you're not muted.
No, if you caught us last week for the first minute or two, we were just
talking to ourselves, really.
Muted, broadcasting live to the world with no sound. Yeah, I was just going to say we went to a garage.
American.
It's not even called that. It's called a yard sale.
Garage sale.
I hang around with all these Americans. I can't help it. Went to a yard sale trail. Quite away from here. It's quite a drive, but it's well worth doing. We went last year.
Yeah.
But this year they switched it so it was early. We had to be there for 8. And we didn't quite
manage it for 8, did we? 8:30 was more like it.
So we've got a haul of stuff. Some quite good stuff, some fails, and some interesting bits and bobs. So we're going to share that. I was just chatting to Zahir before I went live.
Yeah, Zahir's in the chat.
And hi Zahir. I just want to quickly mention that Beck has her new. I can't talk.
Oh dear.
Beck now has her own channel apparently. I don't think there's any videos on it, or there might be one.
Yeah.
I think I managed to put a link below, so check that out when you can. It's not going to be reseller related. It's going to be for all crafting and cool stuff like that.
Really cool.
So yeah, can't wait to see some of those videos. Also, before we start on the haul, do we want to have a little bit of a chat about fishing from buyers?
Yes, if you want.
Because you had quite a frustrating one.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Can't even remember what the email was now. I'm not prepared.
Well, we sold a dress, didn't we?
Yeah, just remind me what the email was so I can.
Well, they messaged you saying there was a list of problems with it, which magically went away when you said,
"Oh yeah,
hello."
I know, but I wasn't prepared, and you prepared all of this, and you come in and gone, let's do about fishing emails. So
my preparation was writing 2 things on a bit of paper.
Yeah, a lot's happened this week, but that was something that did happen, and we all get it. I know, because there's conversations about it in UK resellers, and everybody gets it, and it happens more if you're selling clothing as well. There seems to be a trend for people trying to get part refunds, or getting the item for free if they can possibly do it. But I sold a girl's dress earlier in the week. It was a really nice one. It was Julian McDonald. It was Star by Julian McDonald. Really nice dress. It used to be in the shop, and I am so fussy you would not believe. I mean, I'm more fussy than even Nick would be in what I buy in, and in the shop I was majorly fussy. I checked over everything with a fine-tooth comb before I bought it in, and if it had the tiniest defect I wouldn't buy it. Simple as that. So I know that it was perfect, and she received the dress and then emailed me and listed a long list of
she said it had a stain, which we are
it definitely
100% sure it didn't. She said there was an issue with the hem.
She said it had been taken in. I really had not seen that it had been taken in at all. She was talking about threads hanging off it. There weren't, and it was just lots of issues that I knew but couldn't prove because it's my word against hers. And
then she demanded a £7 refund.
I sold it for £12.99. She said that she would be happy to keep it. She told me it was unwearable, but told me that she'd be happy to keep it if I refunded her £7.
Yeah, this unwearable dress.
Suddenly it would be wearable if she got £7 back. She said, or she would be forced to open a return. So I just very politely said, I'm really sorry that you're unhappy with the dress. Please open a return. And then immediately she came back, and this is another alarm bell that rings. Immediately she came back, will you be paying my return postage? And yeah, that's just such an alarm bell when you realise that somebody's having you on. And I just said, if you open a return with eBay, you'll get a a postage label. I didn't say yes or no, and she just said, "Oh, okay, thank you."
And then a little while later,
Yeah,
miraculously,
yeah,
she's
and then
happy to keep
just
it.
a few hours later, she emailed back again and said, "Oh, my 11-year-old daughter's come home and tried it on, and it fits her beautifully, and she really loves it. And we've decided that we're going to keep it now."
Yeah, it's just my take on this is that people are very quick these days to fire out an email with some issues. I had it last week with the backgammon board, which I know was in excellent condition. They fired off an email saying it's got issues, bits are peeling off it. It wasn't. And they were basically fishing for some money off. I just said to them, I'm really sorry that's the case. You know, if you're not happy, open a return case and send it back. They haven't sent it back. I don't think they had any intention of sending it back. They just threw out that email in the off chance I might give them a £5 or £10 part refund.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up because I think the one you had was the most obvious one we've had for a while.
Yeah, it was absolutely classic. But you see, it can go several ways. This one was good because she just backed down. She realized she wasn't going to get what she wanted. She just backed down and made up some other thing, you know, about, oh, it's fine, we're going to keep it now. And she was very pleasant about it. But we've had people that are not so pleasant, and then they just keep on pushing and pushing and pushing, and they get aggressive. And become very difficult. You have to end up having to shut them down or take it up through eBay.
Yeah, but we offered people to send stuff back, you know, but we're
and then there are some that just open a return and you never get the item back.
Yeah, the return sits there and they never send it back. Which
they don't think you're going to call their bluff and just accept their return, do they? They think that you don't want to get that defect on your account, so you don't want the return because it's item not as described. So they think, oh, you know, if I push it and push it and push it that far, then you'll just back down and give me some money off.
People play on the fact that we like to protect our account status, and avoid returns and defects.
So I think the thing to learn for me, the thing that I've learned from this is always be polite. Don't enter into any kind of back and forth conversation with them as much as possible. You set out your return policy, you set out what you want them to do, and that's it. And and just, I don't know,
and go through eBay's return procedure.
Just always go through eBay, because it can get a bit tricky when they want to deal with it. We've had that before, haven't we? People trying to deal outside of eBay.
Send it back themselves. Yeah, we try and avoid that if we can now. So anyway, I thought that was interesting, worth mentioning. I'll catch up on the chat in a minute, see if anyone else has made any comments.
I think just to add to that, the other thing I was going to say that I've learned is to just accept the return. Just do it. Just accept it. Call their bluff. You know, don't be worried about the defect on your account. Just do it, because most you know, we find the majority of people that are phishing never send it back, and they close the return, or eBay closes it eventually.
Just leave it quite often, which is what I'm sure is going to happen, what I think is going to happen with this backgammon set as well. Right, I just want to dip in the chat before this, because sometimes we lose the beginning of the chat. First in tonight was Lucy. So hi Lucy, she says hi guys. And then we've got, I'll say a few hellos quickly. We've got Will You Take Less, Tactical, yes. Jason, Dr. Doodle Doo, Falling on a Bruise. Andrea.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, you got it right.
Kay, Andy, Southwest Sellers, which is Gary. Hi, mate. Elmo. Peter's in there. Says, hi, everyone. Wonder if the vid will be in the form of mime for the first minute.
It wasn't.
Hopefully. Mind you, nobody said they can hear us yet. Imagine that. Imagine that whole
you haven't scrolled down to the bottom, and there might be lots of people saying,
let's scroll down a bit. Lots of people popping in to say hello. Fantastic. There's Lisa. How is I was going to say Garfield, not Garfield. Bagpuss. Lisa in the chat bought, you know, we had a Bagpuss sitting around here for a couple of months. Lisa bought him, so we've sent him out. And he's arrived. I did get him. Let's see if evening, both looking very bright and colourful this evening. I'm guessing people can hear us.
We're looking bright and colourful. Summery.
Question from Lisa. Nick, have you been sunbathing next to some, what does that say? Eelings?
Don't know.
Right.
Oh, railings maybe.
Oh,
As if it's
stripes.
stripes.
Far too clever for me. Yeah, I'm guessing we're looking and sounding okay.
Well, we're sounding okay, maybe.
Right, there's some chat down here about returns, I think. Zahir says there, it's worth calling people's bluff rather than just giving them a partial. Yeah, we found that, definitely. Darren says, was the backgammon board torn in half? We all know your track record, Nick. No, that's only Monopoly boards I rip in half before sending them out. Elmo says, Nick, you pre-ordered 100 SNES minis. I haven't even looked at them, to be honest. I do fancy one for myself, but whether I'd actually play on it, I don't know. I saw Zahir had an epic SNES pickup. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's got some cool games in there. Let's see what comments. John says, I started having queries about returns. To clarify, the buyer must return the item first before the refund is processed. Yes. With the returns process now, eBay will give them a label. If it's a problem with the item, not as described or whatever, they will charge that to you. If it's a change of mind, the buyer pays. That's how it works, isn't it? And then that label is tracked. So eBay knows when you've had it back.
Yeah.
And at that point, you then have to check the item is okay and issue the refund.
Yeah. So
everything is done through eBay. eBay knows when they've sent it, well, when it's got to you. And it's all kept within eBay, and eBay controls it all. And yeah, you don't refund them until you've got it back and you're happy with it.
Yeah.
I need to blow my nose. Do you want to read any more comments that are there? And then we'll get on with the haul.
Question to Nick. I've got a Uri Geller 1980s board game called Blow Your Mind, but cannot find another one anywhere. Need a bit of advice on price. I don't know. We've never had one of those before.
No, I know nothing more than you do. I've never had that.
Never even seen one.
All I would do would be search on eBay.
Perhaps. I wouldn't buy it. I don't really have no time for Uri Geller.
You don't like Uri Geller?
I really don't.
But yeah, it could be a good one. I have no idea. Try Google. There's some good board game websites that might give you some information about if it's rare, if it's valuable, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Google is your friend with this stuff.
Yeah. Google's your friend with pretty much everything.
Yeah, I love good old Google. CP Craft some more. Let's just do a couple more on this topic before we crack on with the haul, which I'm sure is why most people are here. CP Craft some more says, I had a really generic message this week of the item they ordered was not fit for purpose. Please arrange a 50% discount. And that is exactly how wonder how many
how it was put, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. Wonder
yeah,
how many people they sent it to. Yeah, I think people just do that, don't they?
Yeah,
we
found it.
Unscrupulously send out emails that, just trying to get money.
Well, it takes 5 minutes, not even that, to send out an email saying there's something wrong with this item. And if 1 in 10 people give them a part refund, it's worth the time. And that's what people, I think, have worked out.
Yeah.
That, just fire off an email, you might get some money back. Gary, who pays $12.99 for a epoxy dress? That was just because I was saying that to Zahir with everything that was in his haul. No, in his sales roundup, sorry. Okay, let's crack on with, where's Wally? How rude. Right here, apparently.
Yes.
Okay, right. So we went to this jumble trail.
Well, it is a jumble trail, but it was a yard
sale trail is what they called it. And we had a really good day. We were there. We
were there for hours. It actually zoomed by, but we were flagging by the end, weren't we?
I've made a video. I was chatting to Zahir earlier. I was going to break it down because it's like 40 minutes long, but it is really quite fun because it's like a treasure hunt. We've got this little map and we go around trying to find all of the stalls.
Are you going to break it down, or are you going to do it just as well?
I'm just going to upload it now. Yeah. I've edited it already. But yeah, that'll be coming probably tomorrow or the next day. So you'll actually see us finding this stuff, going around. And we were in the Mini, so we filled the car up.
Oh, literally.
I had to leave some stuff behind that I would have bought.
Yeah.
I think that's in the video as well. Anyway, so what did we find? Where should we start? I'm going to start there because I'll forget it
Okay,
otherwise.
I'll just move my feet.
So again, a lot of this stuff you will see in the video of us actually finding it.
Yeah, this was at a stall that was all full of toys and baby clothes and stuff, wasn't it? And then it was just there in the centre of it all.
Yeah, we picked up like a couple of baby bits and then we left, but I saw this out the corner of my eye. I really didn't know what it was.
I looked at it a couple of times. I wondered if it was one of those sort of hoovers that, you know, you
thought it was a hoover or a spaceship. So I noted down that make, which is, I forget, Giles and Posner, and I think I asked him what it was before we left and went back to the car, didn't I? And it's a pizza oven for stone baking pizzas, you can see. So we popped back to the car and I really didn't have a clue. Looked it up and I found that they sell for about 30.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the chat because I think that Tactical Bite ended up being had a clone account or something. I think that was what the person was at the beginning. I'm not sure, but anyway, I was just distracted by the chat that was going on there.
That's cool, just people being daft. Right, and so I thought, okay, there's a bit of money in it. I went back and this is in the video, and I said to the guy, how much did you want for that pizza oven? Thinking he'll probably come back at 10, 15 and it probably isn't worth it. He went, oh, a couple of quid. I went, okay. So yeah, it's in lovely, lovely condition. Looks like, well, I think he said they'd used it once actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty good. It's heavy though.
Yeah.
That'll need a big box and a lot of packing. We picked up a couple of rucksacks.
Yeah, could have done with these a week before now, but
yeah, our daughter Ellen is doing Duke of Edinburgh. She went on a long hike with a rucksack we borrowed, which didn't fit her too well.
Oh, it was too big for her. I felt so bad because we dropped her off and everybody else had smaller bags like this, and she had this massive, great bag. So and she came home very bruised and battered from it.
We're going to keep one for Ellen so she can carry on doing her D&V stuff.
I might even keep both, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because first of all, she hasn't decided which one she wants, and
that one.
And secondly, I could do with one for camp for myself anyway. So
okay, so we may be keeping both of these, but that is new with tags. It says it's not showing. It says £45 on it. It's a Carry More one.
Yeah.
And that one.
This one I haven't heard of the brand. It is Pro Action.
I looked it up. They're not very expensive. These are sort of low end ones, but it's still a fairly decent thing. Looks like it might have been used once.
But we paid £8 for the red one and £12 for the one that was brand new with tags.
Yeah, so £20, and we were going to buy Ellen a new one anyway, so we probably would have spent 40 or 50 on a new one. Yeah. So win-win.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was really chuffed with that actually because I've been worrying about it, haven't I?
You worry about anything.
She just, her hips were so bruised and she was in so much pain.
She'll be the same with that, I bet you.
Probably. But
anyway, so that was a nice find.
Just thought we need to streamline her a bit.
Not to resell, although we could resell them and make money, but we're probably keeping those. Not Your Nana says, yes, desk pizza. Absolutely.
I thought it'd be quite cool for camping because there's like a frying pan type thing in there as well, isn't there?
Yeah, didn't they say that was for omelets?
Well, they said it's for omelets, but I mean, you could use it for anything, couldn't you?
I guess so.
Stir fry or whatever.
Bit of a bulky thing to take camping.
Well,
I've got a tickly cough today.
True, but you know, stick it in your car. You'd need obviously electric hookup, but.
What are they saying in there? So here it says cool pizza oven, great pickup. It looks mint. Yeah, it does. It's one of those. I think they bought it, used it once, stuck it in the yard sale. I was just shocked when he said £2.
Yeah,
I was sort of thinking a £5, yeah, £10 might do, but it's a bit of a pained package. £2 done. Couldn't get my money out quick enough. David Morse, question, getting a mini SNES, Nick. I did mention that before. I kind of fancy it. I'm not sure what the list of games is. I don't know if that's been made public yet. But whether I'd use it, I don't do a lot of gaming anymore. Ellen has started playing on our Wii U again recently.
Yeah, she's playing Mario Kart.
And I was chatting with a couple of the guys earlier about getting a Switch and doing Mario Kart, but
yeah, I think that's probably what we'd do if we get a new.
we may
machine, is
treat
get
ourselves to a Switch. But I was also saying to here and some others that I feel like this month we've spent
not yet. It's
so
not.
much money on the holiday and the car, and it's
We
like
can wait. We can wait.
we'll wait.
Christmas maybe.
Yeah, treat myself Christmas.
Yeah.
Right. Gary's just asking in there, Z, why have you got a spanner by your name?
Oh, he's just answered because I'm a mod.
Yeah, it just means certain people have the power to delete comments and ban people if they're being abusive or, you know, daft. Daft is good. You can be daft, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do that box before I forget that's
Okay.
there. It might be heavy.
Oh, did you want the whole box, or should I just pass you?
Oh, okay, pass bits. The first house we got to, they were really not very prepared, were they? They had this out on its own.
Was that the one? Because you bought another one, didn't you? It was really filthy.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No, I looked at another one, but it was all corroded in the battery compartment.
Oh, okay.
I think. She had this on the floor, so I picked that up. Ended up, I said to her, do you have the software with it? And then she went away and said, oh, I've got some other bits and bobs for that, didn't she? She vanished and she came back with, oh, have I not got it here? She came back with no console, so God knows where the console was, but 2 genuine remotes and a nunchuck.
They're all none, but hopefully we can get that off.
Yeah, I should be able to get that off. Bit of nail polish remover. There's a bit of pen on it. Yeah, and then she said a $5 the lot, which I would have paid happily on a couple of those. So that was pretty good. Wii Fits aren't great. They're a pain to ship. There's not a lot of money in them, but yeah, I still deal in those. And I said to her, have you got any other gaming stuff? Because she ran in the house and found this. She said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, other consoles? Do you have any other Nintendo stuff? Any Game Boys? And she said, oh, I do have a thingamajig. She ran in and came back out with a PS2 Slim Silver.
Yeah, with 2 controllers. One's official one. Oh, no, they are
both official. One really nice silver one and one black DualShock 2s. Yeah, and then she wanted a tenner for that, and I got her down to 7. So yeah, I had a good feeling about this trail because that was house number 1.
Yeah. It was just odd. It was like they just went in and took it off the shelf. It was bizarre.
Yeah. It's really weird. I mean, that was right at the beginning of the day, so I think they were still bringing stuff out.
Yeah,
this was about 8:30, maybe. What's in there? I don't know what we got in here.
Oh, another PS2.
Yeah, this a week or so back, maybe 2 weeks now, in a charity shop, there was another silver PS2 sat on the side like that, and I went over, had a look. It had a price tag on it of $4.99, but it didn't have the mains plug. It's got the power adapter. It didn't have the mains plug, so I took it up to the counter. I was going to pay that anyway, but I just said, have you got the plug? Because it said pat tested on it. It's got the pat test label. I said, you must have had the plug when you tested it. Do you have the plug out the back or whatever? And she looked at me like, in my head, I thought she was thinking I'd nicked the plug or something. And she said, oh no, it's with it. I said, well, it doesn't have it with it now. And then she said, I'll go and get the manager. And the manager came down with a right look on her face. And I'm thinking, I've just picked it up off the shelf. Anyway, they said, no, we don't have the plug. The plug somebody must have nicked it. And sort of looked at me. I'm like, what? Anyway, they said, just have it for £4 then. I said, well, okay, whatever. I was going to pay the $4.99. I was just asking the question, where's the plug? But yeah, that was just so weird. Anyway, so I've got 2 PS2 Slims, which will either go to Amazon or eBay. I think it's similar money. It might be a bit better on Amazon. Oh, do you want to show my man bag?
Your man bag. This is his Joey Tribbiani man bag.
This isn't to resell. And you picked this up, didn't you?
I did. Well, I was looking at it because I don't think it's vintage or anything, but it had a retro look to it. And I thought, well, that's really nice. And then you said, are you interested in anything? I said, I was just looking at that bag. And then she said, it's £1 if you want it. I thought, okay.
It's only £1. It looks unused. And this is going to be my like, what do you call it? Hand luggage.
Your man bag.
When we go to the Canaries soon. So yeah,
Carry-on luggage.
carry-on luggage bag for £1. Happy days.
It's like a film, isn't it? Carry-on luggage.
Carry-on luggage. What have you got there? Loads of clothes?
Yes.
Shall I carry on with tap?
Yeah, carry on with tap.
Yeah.
Can we show up my favourite pickup of the day?
This thing is in the video I've made, and it's brilliant.
If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have already seen him.
I don't want to wake him up.
Oh.
He just won't shut up. He's got batteries in and he works and he's loud. He's a Furby Boom. Like I say, when I upload the video of us going around,
it's hilarious.
There's a clip of Andrea just creasing up with this thing because it farted at you, didn't it?
Yeah, it went, oh, I smell stinky fart.
So yeah, we picked him. How much did you pay for him?
Was it £3?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember now. So we got a little Furby for £3. I looked this one up on Amazon. Secondhand, the cheapest on there is £30. Yeah. eBay, they go a lot less. So I may send him in. Oh, he's sleeping.
I know, he's super cute.
Don't wake him up.
Don't put him on top of there because that's my notes.
Oh God. So yeah, there's that. A load of media, nothing exciting. A couple of just dances, which go pretty well on Amazon.
Scroll down in the chat so we can see what people are saying.
Yeah, let's do some chat. Oh, there was a comment there. Oh, I just jumped. Damn it. Oh my God, there's loads of chat. Where was I? I was going to read that. Peter says it's just nice to get lots of decent different things to sell on eBay, and also good to see stuff you may really need. Yeah, we picked up some stuff that was really handy for us.
Yeah.
Way cheaper than we would have bought it in the shop, so that was really good.
It's like a real treasure hunt, isn't it? Because you've got a map and you never know, you don't know what you're going to find.
It was a really fun day out. And we still have plans to do one in Hitchin, set up our own one, so that would be cool. But the fact that you're driving around in an area you don't really know, following these street names and putting Google Maps on and stuff, it's just really good fun.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Oh, Andrea, you're a babe.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it says talking about Ellen's DV. Was ridiculous when this is not your nana's. So it was ridiculous when I did it. We had to lug about 35 kilograms of stuff around with us, and we were all wrecked. Character building, they told us. Yeah, that's what people keep saying.
It is. It's not supposed to be a walk in the park. It's meant to be tough.
Well, she's still doing the one in September, so she hasn't, dropped out. She could have done.
CYBK says, question, we have a gang of video game buyers who snap up all the video games and consoles, literally asking before the drivers have even got out of their cars. Do you have this at your car boots? Yes. I don't think I've been to a car boot really where you don't spot
phones,
gold buyers, mobile phone buyers, and video games and records. There's gangs of them that go around.
And there was a gang of them who were going around to this yard sale looking for gold.
A couple of stalls chatted to us about dealers that were there.
Intimidating, weren't they? Because we followed them up the path a couple of times.
Well, there was one guy I noticed who was going up to stores and just asking for gold everywhere.
He just looked really menacing.
A bit dodgy, wasn't he? Yeah. But they're everywhere, and you can't really avoid it. I mean, we did well. We found a load of stuff.
It was really funny when you were talking to that man, and he was saying, "Yeah, all the dealers were here early, and I don't like selling to dealers."
I think that conversation is in the video I've edited. I think I stopped filming when he started talking about dealers. That was just after. But this chap recognised me from the year before, and I recognised him because I had a chat with him last year. Yeah. And then he was saying, "Oh, we have the dealers round first thing, trying to barter us on prices and this, that, and the other." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, that was the place we bought the Furby.
Yeah, but that just shows if you have the right approach to people and you're just friendly and whatever, they're happy to deal with you. If you come in all guns blazing, and being an obvious hard-nosed dealer, you put people's backs up.
Yeah, and then they don't want to sell to you.
And that guy was, he'd like, I don't want to deal with them.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Right, let's see. David Morse, Mario Kart, Mario World, Zelda, Star Fox. Oh, Star Fox. I loved Star Fox.
You're getting tempted now, aren't you?
Wow.
Sam, is it Wildman, said, "Hi, I'm new to the chat. Love watching you on YouTube." So welcome, Sam.
Hi, Sam. Right, let me scroll down. We'll catch up on the chat and then I'll whiz through some more stuff. CYB saying, I'm sure they all came in one car, as one guy said to another he saw a SNES in a car, but then he realized it was someone else's car. Oh, okay. Call the cops, he's stashing stolen plugs. Yeah, that's me, the plug thief.
I think they thought you were trying to get it for a cut price, and you'd taken you'd hidden the plug or something. So.
Pull the plug off, put it in my pocket and say, can I have a discount?
Yeah, I know, ridiculous.
Yeah. I just really got the feeling they were accusing me of something without actually saying it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Zahir Malik, I just sold a Furby Boom for 25 on eBay. Should have sent it to FBA. Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know how quick they're selling on there, mate. But
yeah, Christmas, we're keeping ours for Christmas, aren't we?
Yeah, I'll probably send it in price high for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, let's carry on. So yeah, software, a couple of bits, Just Dances on the Wii. These still sell, and on FBA you can get okay money on those. Time Splitters 2 is a PS2 game that's holding its money. I've sold this FBA a couple of times. A Mario Kart Wii, which is scratched to death, but it's worth it. I can get that repaired and it's still got enough value. It's only £1. I think these were all £1. This is in the video, and I wasn't sure if it was the valuable one, but it is. Rule of thumb, FIFA games, not worth anything. Even like last year's one, on current formats, the prices just drop off a cliff when the next one comes out. This was, I believe, the last one issued for PS2, and it was issued and sold in small numbers, so it's quite a hard to find game. Prices are 20 and beyond for a FIFA game on PS2.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that was cool. That was £1, and it's mint. This, well, the case is a little bit scratched, but yeah, inside it looks unused. So that was cool. Yeah. A classical CD, often worth scanning for Amazon. That's going into FBA. That was £1 as well. Sims 3 Into the Future, which is good, but it's got the actual Sims 3 disc in it. That's not the expansion. So fail. But in my quick, I checked it. I checked the condition of it. It says Sims 3 on it in the moment. That's it. I'm done. I'm buying it.
Yeah.
So that one's no good. This was for myself. I love Professor Brian Cox. So this is the collection of the Wonders series. So I will watch those and then probably sell it on. Now this lot. So yeah, and all of those items were £1 each. This lot we got from a stall when you were buying those rucksacks.
Yeah, for the rucksacks.
And I paid, it wasn't that was somewhere else. I got all of this for £10. They had a load of Game Boy stuff, and 99% of it was fake. There was a whole box full. You can tell because the boxes, they were all a little bit out of focus. When you looked at the carts, the labels weren't cut quite right. I mean, I spent years dealing in this stuff in our shop, and we saw hundreds of fake Game Boy Advance games. So I left all of those, obviously, but they did have a Game Boy Color game, complete in box, which isn't a fake. It's not a good title. I should get about a £10 back on that. They had 2 Game Boy Advance games that weren't fake, 2 NES classics. That one was worth picking up. It's Donkey Kong. I did write down. I'm going to shoot for 20 on Amazon. Got to try and get that sticker off, but really nice condition. I remember when these came out, when we had our gaming shop, and we ordered loads of these new in from Nintendo. Yeah. And the limited edition NES Classic Game Boy. Oh, wish I'd kept some. Spyro PS2, good title. I think it goes for more on Amazon. Yeah, I'm going to shoot for about 15 Amazon. Way less on eBay. Doc Martin, not great. I'll send it in to Amazon though. Just Dance 3, yeah, hardly worth bothering. Sealed 45 years. Don't think there's much in that, about a £5. Some Mothers Do Avon. Great series from the 70s. Do you remember that?
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah. Ooh, Betty. Yeah. Not great. Oh no, eBay it wasn't great, but Amazon I'm going to try for 30. So from my £10 there, I don't know how much that added up to, but that was good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Now, Andrea thinks this is me.
It is him. Yes. He turns into Victor Meldrew very frequently.
I'm a grumpy old man. Only when things are going wrong. which is quite often recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had car issues. We may
Oh,
touch on that
God,
on the
yeah.
end.
Mm.
Anyway, so yeah, that was sealed from another one for, what did she charge me on that? £2, £3.
I don't know. I wasn't.
I
paying
picked it up
attention
with
at
a
the
load
time,
of
I
other
think.
bits and got a bit of a bundle. Oh yeah, because I haggled her, didn't I?
Mm.
I got a whole bundle of stuff for £6. Anyway, so media was that. Now this, I had a chat with another gentleman. We had quite a long chat with him, didn't we? You found that?
I saw this one. It's like Monster High, but it's Ever After High.
Yeah.
New and boxed. Apparently, they were a lovely couple, but a little bit odd. I think they're a bit hippie, kind of. I don't know.
How rude.
I don't mean that because I'm quite hippie as well, but yeah, that didn't come out the way I meant. But they were a little bit kind of progressive parenting. I don't know what, but they bought this for their daughter when she was a baby, apparently to put away for a present for her.
I did hear them say that.
I thought that was a really odd thing.
It sounded like they were just making up random stuff. Anyway, we had a chat with them. They were lovely people, and we got, we just passed the time of day, didn't we?
I noticed this. I've never seen Ever After High before, but it's a Mattel thing, and it's in the same sort of vein as the Monster High.
Yep.
And it's never been out of its box.
So we liked the look of that. We were there chatting, so there was no looking up things going on. And then this caught my eye straight away. It's Panasonic DVD recorder. Lovely thing. Importantly, I've since looked it up. I didn't know what it was worth at the time, but I was pretty sure I was going to buy it. It's got its leads and remote. And then he had this, and he started rabbiting on about this, about how he'd never used it, and it's new in the box, and it's a rarity, and this, that, and the other. And he kind of sold it to me, really. It's a little Sony PDA. It's not new. It's been out of the box. I don't know what he was talking about. So anyway, we found those 3 items, and by this time the lady had come out and she was saying, oh, I just want to get rid of stuff, whatever, just give us £15 for all 3. And I would have paid a tenner on that, if not 15. So we did it. Turns out this was a waste of time. I think it's one of those things that's not old enough to be collected or cool.
Just have to store it away for a while.
I might just sit it in the loft at the moment. I'd be lucky to get a tenner out of it.
Yeah.
So that fail.
Apparently they tried to put it in a museum, hadn't they?
Yeah. Well, this is what he said. He said he took it to the Cambridge Museum of Computing and they didn't want it. Anyway, so
yeah. Gary says, sorry, Afterlife High, a doll for the afterlife. No, Ever After High, like a fairy tale type thing. She's apparently the daughter of the Cheshire Cat.
That oh, it's so hot in here. Excuse me. Yeah, that's quite good. There's a listing on Amazon for it. There's only one person with it, and the price is in the hundreds, like 150 or something, which I think isn't going to happen. On eBay, they've sold, but only in America I could find, and they've been selling for about 60 plus. So, don't know.
Who knows?
I might send it to FPA for Christmas.
Yeah. We should get something back on it though, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if we could get 50 or 60 out of that. And then the Panasonic that I showed you, without remote, they're going 30 to 40. With remote, I've seen one go at 60, but that was a kind of one-off. It was head and shoulders above the rest. So probably about 50 is what I'll shoot for on that. So yeah, our 15 was pretty well spent. I can just disregard that, really. My little fail. Ah, you found this.
I found this. I love this.
I didn't even spot this.
Yeah, it's a well, we've all seen these before. Vintage dial-up phone. Yeah, I just really like the colour. You don't see that colour very often, so, and it's very, I don't know, it's very in that colour at the moment, isn't it?
So 70s, that colour. So what did you pay on that?
What did you want? Two or three?
Yeah, I had 3 in my head.
3, I think.
I think it was 3.
Yeah.
This was at a store where I bought some more tech, which was really good. It's missing. It should have a little circular disc in there that holds in the telephone number You know, they used to have like a 999 thing in the middle as well. I could probably get one of those, but the prices on these aren't amazing. It's not the most sought after color. You know, red and stuff like that go really well. But
see, I prefer that color to red.
Yeah, about 25 with shipping, I think I'll go for.
But yeah, I mean, you could. And with that sort of thing, if you put prop in the listing as well,
yep,
that helps to sell, doesn't it, with a keyword prop?
So that's our vintage rotary phone, and it has been converted. We haven't checked it out yet, but it will work on a modern thing. We used to have one of these to go with our kind of vaguely 70s style living room.
A cream colour, didn't we?
But it wound me up because whenever you're on the phone to like Virgin or BT, you have to press the button to get through it, and there's no beep boop, you know. Press number one.
You can't press anything. Yeah.
So we got rid of it.
Yes. Now we have one that looks vintage, but it's got buttons.
Yeah. I picked this up. I think it shows in the video that I've edited us picking this up. I've had one of these last week. They go for about 15. I'll show you. The sides come off and you put your die cast cars in it.
Ka-ching.
Is that a ka-ching?
Yeah, some drinking bottles.
Oh, more bottles. So yeah, paid $3 on that. So not a great buy, but bread and butter stuff. This wasn't particularly good. It was Sony. It's cool, retro looking.
I'm thinking we might keep that actually because our alarm has died on our phone. Our phone? You know what I mean.
Oh, okay. So that might be a keeper.
Because I dropped it.
You've got Zahir's problem. He was dropping everything. So yeah, paid a couple of pounds on that. So that might be a keeper then.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. I picked up. Well, we went to a stall.
The glamorous assistant again.
She had a load of software out. I bought some of the other bits of software from this stall, and she had all of these Connect games. So you've got Dance Central, Connect Adventures, nothing exciting on their own. But if you get a bundle together with a Connect, you can get fairly good money out of it. So I said to her, she also had the Xbox 360 on the table, which said not working, £5. And I nearly bought that just for the power pack and stuff, but it's not really worth it. So I said to her, seeing as your Xbox is broken, you've got all the Connect games, do you have the Connect? Because I'd be interested. And she was like, the what? Hey, what? And she vanished off into the house, rummaged around for a few minutes and came back with the Connect. So what did she do? She then asked for a tenner, and I cheekily said, to be honest, it's only worth £5 to me. And she sold it to me. So I got the lot for £5, which is good.
Yes, very good.
Oh, these are really nice. Didn't get them from the yard sale. These were charity shop during the week. Another pair of Lokes in really nice condition. But there's no sizing in. I couldn't find any sizing anyway. Can you see some?
Yeah, size 5.
Oh, no, they're not 5 because I've tried them on.
Or I don't know, might be an S.
Size 8.
Oh, it's because it's rubbed off. Yeah, you can see size 8 on that one.
there is sizing in. These are really nice.
It does. It really does look like a 5 now.
Oh yeah. All leather soles, really nice things. Not sure where I'm going to go in price on these, but more than the last pair I had. Don't know, but they're lovely. They don't quite fit me. They're just too tight on the toes. Otherwise, I may have considered keeping them. So that's those. Run out of space. Put them down there. Another stall. There was this great big tub full of mostly Hero
Darren
Factory.
Says, is that white storage box behind you full of plugs, Nick?
Yeah, my secret stash of plugs. Yeah. There's loads and loads. All of these are apparently in there. There's about 10 to 12 maybe of these Hero Factory. They're like Bionicles. In fact, there is one that is a Bionicle. Some of them are built up. Some of them are in bits. She wanted, what it says, here we go. She wanted £10 for all. I didn't want to pay that, to be honest. There's not a lot of money in them. It's a lot of fiddling around. So I just said, can I make you a cheeky offer on that? Say no if it's no good. I offered her £5 and she just went, yes, please. Straight away, didn't she? More than happy. So it pays to ask.
Yeah, you went back and forth for ages, didn't you? You were like,
well, I wasn't sure if I
you were
really
actually
wanted
making
to.
the woman that was buying something before, you're making her laugh because you were like sort of pacing back and forth and then asking me questions, and then
It was one of those moments where it's like, do I really want a load of Bionicles? And then I thought in my head, if they were a £5, yes. At tenner, no.
yeah.
So then I just thought, just ask the cheeky question. Yeah, one for Zahir, this one. At the store where you bought that telephone,
Yeah,
he had some really nice tech. He had a Marantz CD player, but he wanted a lot of money for it. And I did actually look it up, and it wasn't really worth much more than he had it marked at. But he also had this, which is a mixing desk, Spirit Folio Light. I couldn't find much information on it. There are different versions of this with more channels and stuff that go really well, but I reckon I could push for about 100 on that. That's what I'm going to try anyway. I'll start there, and if I have to come down, I will. He had that marked up at 20. It's got its power cable and its instructions, so that is really cool. Really lovely thing.
Can I just answer a question from Sib K? Says, Andrea, would you advise taking measurements on a mannequin or flat lay? Does it matter? I think it's probably more accurate if you do it flat lay. I don't measure on a mannequin. I do it flat lay.
Yeah, and if you do measure, I've heard people saying don't pull it tight,
Yeah.
just lay it loose.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you've got, people have got a bit of give in it then.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So anyway, he had that mixing desk, and he also had this beast, which is heavy. This is, it looks really kind of vintage to me. Do you reckon 70s, 80s? It's a Hitachi amp, and he had £10 on that. Now this isn't great, to be honest. It goes for about 35, but not too bad.
Yeah, it's not one of the best makes, is it, Hitachi?
I don't think so, but that's pretty cool. Basically, I got this for a £5. I haggled him on the pair to 25. So in my head, I was getting this for a £5, and I was happy to pay the 20 on that anyway. So that's those. Ooh. I also sniped an amp, didn't I, during the week?
Yeah.
I sniped a local collection. Really nice one that I paid £33 for. It goes for about 100. Can't remember the make now. I might grab that in a minute. Do you want to do some of your stuff?
Yeah, I can do. It's kind of a mixture of stuff I've bought at the Jumble Trail or Yard Trail, and we went to charity shop in the week as well. So this one I bought yesterday at the yard sale. Are you able to reach over and show the label?
Yep.
It is Mary Quant. I can't decide, or I can't figure out what sort of date it is. So if anybody recognises the label on it, I know she was really big 60s, 70s, but she also had a line out in the 80s. I actually did. Does it smell a bit smoky? I think it's been stored. So
It's all right.
I'm going to wash it anyway before I do anything with it. But yeah, I actually did a project on her when I was at school. And that was in the 80s, and she was huge at that point. They used to talk about her in the clothes show quite a lot. So I can't decide. I think it's more 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
But if anybody has got any information or knows anything about Mary Quant,
it's really good
I've
quality.
googled the label, but I can't find a label that looks like that. So.
And you paid £2, I remember.
£2 for that. But yeah, I really like it.
So you don't know, no idea what it's worth then?
I've no idea at this point what it's worth because of dating it. I mean, if it was old, the older the better, really.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we went to a charity shop and I bought a few bits. This is, well, I bought a few bits that were brand new with tags. This is Simply Be. It's just a really nice, soft, floaty denim dress, long maxi dress.
Whoa, it's huge.
I haven't looked up any comps on this.
That's going to need an iron.
It will
Oh,
need an iron, yeah.
shame.
annoyingly. I haven't looked up any comps, but should do okay because it is, what's the size on it? 24, and brand new tags, and Simply Be stuff goes well, so quite pleased with that. This was also brand new tags. It's red herring, originally £28. It's like a sort of retro style shift dress. So,
red herring, yeah.
Yeah, that's a sort of a Debenhams.
Oh yeah, it's got the original price tag of 28. And what did you? Oh, there you go. You paid 4.
Yeah. So I don't know, but around 20, maybe 20, 25, depending.
Start 25, come down, I would.
Yeah.
Or 25 with offers.
And then this was really good. There were 3 like bridesmaid stroke prom dresses stroke sort of evening formal wear. They were all brand new with tags, and let me just find the tag. This one is Ever Pretty, and
yeah, I mean, if I step back.
Yeah.
Oh, scales are in the way.
But they're all £4. That was like, yeah, it suits your neck.
That does look like wedding sort of thing to me. Do you reckon?
I think they're all size 16. I think that they must have come from the same person. She probably bought a load online or something for an event, chosen one and ended up donating the rest. So these are, there was 2 more, Chalone, or I'm not sure how you pronounce that.
Chamon. It's a chamon dress.
Yeah, in this particular charity shop.
Our neighbours. Oh, what's he doing tonight? What's that nutter over the road doing?
Yeah, they're moving soon, so we don't have to worry.
Yeah, we've scared our neighbours off. The guy who watches us from over the road is moving.
Yeah. In this particular charity shop, all of their dresses are £4, regardless. So, yeah, this is just a black, long, sort of taffeta style dress. So really chuffed with those. I think the I don't know how to pronounce it, Charlone or
Chamon.
Yeah, Chamon dresses are, I'm going to price them about £20 each, and the Ever Pretty one actually comes up, the comps are a lot higher, about £30 to £40 on that one. So £4 investment each.
I don't know what I've done with that amp.
Really.
That amp has vanished.
Oh
well.
Right, this is hideous, yes I know, but hideous sells.
Fugly sells.
It's vintage Jacques Vert.
There you go.
See, it was
Jacques Vert.
£5 for the set. It's a
looks like
skirt
curtains.
suit.
Doesn't that look like a pair of curtains?
It does, yeah. It's very 80s. So I've looked that up. I'm looking for about 20 to 25 on that, I think.
Yep.
So yeah,
I've been putting stuff there. Is that all right?
Oh, that's fine. I didn't look up, I'll show these anyway, but I didn't look up the price on these. They are Laura Ashley, sort of floral, I'd say jeans really, but they feel like jeans. Paid £3 on those. I'm hoping for at least £12.99 back on those, maybe 15.
Smells 80s, Nick, when I was sniffing that Mary Quant. Gary says, didn't Mary Quant also have a revival earlier 2000s?
Did she?
So it may be not as old as you imagine.
If she did, I missed that.
Looks 80s looking at the collar.
I thought it looked 80s. It had that sort of style about it.
Jay says, we used to have a Mary Quant Bieber store in our town in the 70s. Graham says, Nick is a Jedi master who can price stuff from sniffing it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll come to you then.
I've got skills.
Don't have to spend hours looking stuff up. I'll come to you. You can sniff it.
It's starting to get dark outside.
You're worrying about people watching us, aren't you? This is class. Not Myling class, by the way. I think, well, to me it looks vintage, but I might be wrong. But I picked it up anyway. It was only £3 for the skirt suit. It's size 24. It's slightly less hideous than the other one.
That's your opinion.
But I don't know if I could list it as vintage because I can't tell whether it is or not. But yeah, I think it still should sell.
Vintage style.
I'm going to list it between 15 and 20. I hate vintage style though.
Oh, is that not a good thing to say?
And so many people that buy and sell vintage stuff really hate when people list vintage style because it's not vintage. You can put retro style, maybe. It's slightly better. But yeah,
one of those dresses sent Adam screen crazy.
Sorry.
Probably the black and white one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry about that.
Search for Mary Quant Cultural Institute.
Oh.
Does that Google page help at all? We'll have a look.
I don't know. I just searched down Mary Quant labels.
That will sell quick.
Like a Google image on the labels.
Lisa says that will sell quick. Workwear. I think we're still talking about the jacket.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, thank you for the
try it on, Nick.
The Google suggestion. I will try that.
Ooh, suits you, sir. Very fetching. Yeah.
Nick's other weekend hobby.
Need to fill the front up a bit. Yeah, I don't have much going on. I'm a lady and I do ladies things. Nick's other weekend hobby. Yeah. Wolf whistles.
I bought a few other bits and bobs of clothes, but it was all just bog standard stuff, really. That was the most interesting that I bought.
Yeah. So. Lots of people enjoying me showing off the clothes.
The weekend he is Nicole. Is that where you go on a Thursday?
On a Thursday? No, I'm playing poker. Honest. Eh? Oh dear. Right. Okay, so I'm just reading in the chat some funny comments. My eyes are bleeding.
Butlins chalet curtains from 76.
They do have that Butlins look about them. Totally.
It's the yellowness, isn't it?
They have a look of. They'll have a look of my nana's house from like 1979 or something. Yeah. Totally. But people buy that stuff. People love that real vintage look, and the more vintage and weird looking, the better. I think in some ways, because if you
kitsch, I think is the word, isn't it?
Kitsch.
Actually, that's a good keyword. I'm going to use that.
Yeah. Fugly, says Blitz. Fugly sells. Indeed it does. Right. I don't know if I had any more. A couple of bits. I picked this up. I do like selling kids' books, particularly if it's a ready-made bundle, and these are sealed. It's Animal Arc. Lucy Cousins. She's done loads of these books. I grabbed it. It was cheap. It was part of that bundle where we had the One Foot in the Grave. So they only cost me a couple of pounds. But it's odd because it's a sealed set, but it starts at number 3.
Yeah, that is really strange.
I just don't get it. You got 3 all the way through to 20, whatever, 8. Just it seems an odd set because it, really, you know, it's a factory seal by the look of it. It's not a reseal. So yeah, that was weird, but there should be money in that.
Yeah.
The only other bits we've got are just, you know, bog standard stuff, toys and games, and most of which I don't have to hand. So what we'll do now, what are we going to talk about? Anything else? We did that. Oh yeah, car.
Oh yeah, you were going to say that.
We normally go sourcing in my Ford Escort. Oh my God, Ford Focus.
How many years have we gone back in time?
I did have a Ford Escort. It was my first car.
I know.
My Ford Focus Estate. That's still with Ford. They're trying to sort that out. It's got issues. So we took the Mini, which was a bit tricky with the amount of space there isn't in that. We actually went to a stall and the guy had a big crate of CDs and another one of DVDs, and he made it very clear he wanted to get rid of stuff. So I said, well, I'll make you a cheeky offer. How desperate are you to get rid of them? Would a £5 take the lot away? There must have been 200 or 300. And he said, double that and it's yours. So I was like, oh, okay. And then Andrea was like, we can't get it in the car. We just literally can't get it in the
We
car.
pretty much filled up the car, hadn't we, at that point?
Yeah. So I lost out on that. And it wasn't great stuff, but it was the sort of stuff I could have scanned the whole lot straight into Magpie, Ziffit or whatever and got 50, 60, whatever. And there's always a handful of gems. So that was a shame. But then driving back, the new Mini, well, it's not brand new, but it's pretty much
4 years old.
4 years old, but hardly done any miles. Lovely thing. It started misfiring. It was struggling to go. It was struggling to pull.
We thought it was going to break down at one point, didn't we?
Going up hills was painful. So I got home. As part of the warranty on it, we've got Mini Assist. So we called them out. And then the guy turns up, gets in it, turns it over, and he says, well, it sounds fine to me. Nothing wrong with it now. I'm like, don't wind me up.
He was very wound up.
Oh, well, by that point.
Victor Meldrew was well and truly.
Well, you don't spend that much money on a car and expect it to have it a week and then have engine trouble. Anyway, he did diagnostics on it. He had the whole kit in his van. And I was right. It was misfiring.
Yeah.
One cylinder wasn't firing and the coil had gone. So he replaced the coil and it's back to fine.
All's well that ends well.
Yeah. Still got to get my car back though. Anyway, right. Let's see what people are chatting about. And then
it wasn't as bad as we thought, because we were thinking, oh no, we're going to send it in to be fixed, and then we still haven't got your car back, and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and it wasn't as bad as that.
CP Craft some more says, not as hideous. Sure, amount of ugly bits that sell. Fugly should be a keyword. Yeah, maybe people search under fugly.
I don't know. Maybe
they should do. Grandmother would wear this style. Yeah. Oh, it just jumped to the bottom. Let's see what people are chatting about down here. 182 people watching, apparently, or 186 now.
Oh, no, someone's gone away.
185.
Just as you said.
Yeah, do give us a thumbs up if you enjoy watching us talk about TAT. We really appreciate that. We're going to waffle for a little bit more and see what's going on in the chat. I will be on the Reseller 6-pack show tonight, which goes out at 1 in the morning. It's on Mothership Products channel.
Is that Dwayne?
Dwayne, yeah, in America. So yeah, if you're a night owl, yeah, just put in Mothership Products and you should find Dwayne's account, and I'll be live with those guys tonight. Let's see what people are saying. Open a not as described case against the mini seller. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it back to it. Well, it was from the official BMW dealership.
It was under warranty, so it would have all been fine anyway.
It was just annoying. Yeah. Just annoying.
Just a pain.
I used item under fugly keyword, says CYBK. River Island bold flower print fugly tunic dress.
Did it sell?
Yeah, did it sell? Good question. Adam says, I'd go for the purple dress for the 6-pack, Nick. The purple, I prefer, I don't know, I reckon this one, the 2-piece. Oh dear. You'll have to tune in now, won't you? Check out what I'm wearing. I don't know if any of the guys that I'm with are in this chat. They might kick me out. Sam says, have you ever sold an Amiga 500? I have one and not sure what to do with it. I haven't, but I'm sure there'll be a market for it.
Yeah, there must be.
Yeah. Just search completed and sold and find out for yourself what the market is. Oh, it's unsold. The fugly, whatever CYB was talking about, that dress. Okay. Right. Blitz says there, that can happen with a brand new car. I had a brand new 60 reg when they came out. Car had 380 miles on it and the airbags deployed when I did an emergency stop. Wow. Oh, nightmare. Damn. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, unless you guys have got anything you want us to chat about briefly before we go, or you have any quick questions, we'll probably wrap this up shortly. Yeah. There will be a video coming of us driving around like mad things in our Mini at the yard sale trail. it might be a bit of a long one, like I said, because I squeezed a lot in. And there were 36 houses to find with stalls, which was quite a task. And we were there at just gone about 8:30, started at 8, and we were still going round when it was wrapping up at like nearly 2.
Yeah, we were. A lot of people had packed up.
Yeah, last couple of stalls we looked for couldn't even find because they're just packed up and gone.
Yeah.
So it was a long day, really. And by the end of it, we were starving.
Absolutely.
We ended up going to McDonald's, had a filthy McDonald's. So yeah. Question, can I get a play up Pompey, please, Nick? Play up Pompey?
What's that?
It's a football thing, isn't it? Explain. I'm not really a football fan. I'm sure that's a football reference. Explain. Do you have beer in the orange? No, this is just squash. And if I'm going to have a beer tonight, I need to go and get some in. I drank all the beer I had last night. I felt a bit rough this morning.
Yeah.
What are you wanting to offer for the 1 Foot in the Grave box set as willing to buy it? There's a link to my Facebook below. Go down there, private message me on there, and yeah, we'll sort something out.
Lisa's asked me twice what other stuff I had to sell. It was just really bog standard stuff. Just I don't know, because I've bought a load of stuff in the week when we went charity shopping as well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't anything very exciting. There was a Laura Ashley skirt which wasn't vintage. It was just a modern thing, and there's a Whistles jacket. I can show you that quickly. I haven't looked it up in price though, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's got a dry cleaning tag in, so it's already been dry cleaned.
Quite
and that
smart.
was only £1 on the pound rail. So I'm
Easy
hoping
money.
hoping to make quite a bit back on that.
Yes.
I did put a couple of things in here, but I just thought they were a bit boring.
Still got the dry clean label, so that's fresh from dry clean.
I was saying to Nick actually just before we went
well,
on air.
What's the date? I can't read that.
Either.
That's faded. That's probably years old.
Probably. Does anyone remember the trend for wearing waistcoats in this late 80s and early 90s? And I bought a couple of vintage waistcoats as well. You can't really see that in this light. That's a kid's one, isn't it? It isn't. It's a lady size 10.
Is it?
Yes. It's a short thing. It was like,
it looks like it fit a 10-year-old.
Wear like a white shirt underneath it, sort of long white shirt, and yeah, all that sort of new romantic stuff. But this is all really lacy. I have no idea what I'll get back on it, but they're only 50p each, so nostalgia more than anything else, really.
Well, at 50p, you can experiment. You might find a little niche that you can exploit.
And then there was this, which is a vintage M&S dress, and it's just plain black. It's really heavy, actually, but it's just like it's stretchy material. It's really difficult to see the black in this light.
I remember girls in my sixth form in the late 80s wearing, all the goths wore this sort of gear.
Yeah, so either I've put keyword goth in, but also grunge as well. I mean, it's very sort of grungy, isn't it?
It's really heavy material. It's really odd. Super heavy.
It feels very sort of textured. Anyway, there were a few other bits that I've got in my office, but nothing exciting. Just, bog standard sort of pencil skirts and that sort of thing.
Let's just see what the chat. Portsmouth. There you go. That's what the reference was. The whatever it was, Pompey thing.
Oh. Okay.
This really is middle-aged entertainment. Too old for Love Island, too young for Antiques Roadshow. We're somewhere in between those two shows. That's how we should sell our channel. Somewhere in between Love Island and the Antiques Roadshow. There's us. We fill that little gap. What do you do if a buyer purchases a high-value item but has zero feedback? Just had a buyer purchase £500 of stock. I'm new to selling. Can I cancel the order? Well, you can send it tracked and insured. If it's not too far, you could deliver it yourself and get them to sign that they've had it. I wouldn't walk away from the sale because they're new. We all have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And just make sure you cover yourself with it. Get insurance or deliver it yourself if it's that much money. I have a question. If I take, this is Chris, I have a question. If I take an offer on 2 items and they go GSP, but the buyer paid for both at once, but then the GSP only gave me one reference number, what happened if can't fit both in the same package? I thought when people bought 2 GSP ones, they had to go separately, unless they've combined them and checked out at the same
Who
time.
knows? I don't know. I'm afraid I haven't come across having
Yeah.
to do that. So
Get a bigger box. Well, you know.
yeah, practical advice.
Solved. Dave Rowland, so you have no beer for the 6-pack. Currently, as we speak, I have no beer for the 6-pack.
You haven't got long before it shuts.
I need to get down shops. Skip the 6-pack, make it a UK solo keg, and I'll tune in. What, just
to watch you waffling and
sit on
drunk.
my own drinking beer? Yeah, people will say I've got issues.
Kay asks where Monty is today. He's just in the other room with Ellen, chilling out.
Yeah, Monty's fine. Say what now? How much were the shoes, Nick, and what brand are they? These were... Where did they go?
Under there.
Oh, here.
They're
Lokes, which are a pretty good brand to pick up. Do a search on completed. They were £10 from a charity shop. And there was an old guy in there, wasn't there? An old man who started telling me how wonderful a brand of shoes they were, because he was looking at them. I think he was going to buy them. He actually tried them on, I think, just before I bought them.
Oh, did he?
And they didn't fit, but he was telling me how wonderful they were.
Yeah.
Keep the 1970s theme. Have a Watney's party.
I laughed at Lisa's comment.
Watney's Party 7. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know either.
You've lost me, Gary.
Lisa said she's impressed that Monty can write. He signed her card.
Of course he can. Yeah, we brought him up well. My dog can write.
Oh, Lisa says she's a former goth. Cool.
Fantastic. I've still got a tickly throat. It's so hot in here. You can't tell, obviously, from watching, but... And if we open the window, you can just hear all the traffic.
Yeah.
And the trains.
We'll just twiddle our thumbs while you drink.
Sorry. Okay, right. We need to... Hang on.
Like vintage Party 7.
Come on, Nick, surrounded by tat, talking to his Furby, 100 times more entertaining than the 6-pack. I'm sure it isn't.
I had great fun talking to the Furby yesterday.
Yeah, check out the... When I'll upload the video of us tomorrow, probably. There's a bit in the car where you were nearly wetting yourself with this thing. And then you were sticking your finger in its mouth, and it was doing weird stuff.
It was making very strange noises, I have to say.
It was funny. It's excellent. I don't know what the passers-by were thinking. There was just you with this furry thing gibbering at you and you wetting yourself.
Kay said, is Monty rescue? Yes, he is.
Yes, we rescued Monty now 6-7 years ago. Yep. Adam says, did Nick just say he took the shoes off an old man? No, I didn't say that. Don't get me wrong. We were in a charity shop. He had just tried them on and he was chatting to the lady about the fact that they didn't fit, but they were lovely shoes and he had wide feet or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, and at that point, I didn't know what they were. I hadn't looked. And then on our way out, I saw the shoes and he was still looking at other pairs of shoes. And I picked them up and bought them. And that's when he said how lovely they were and how well made they were and how the brand was whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't steal them off an old man. That's not how it went down.
Not at all.
Okay, right. We need to wrap this up now. We've been waffling an hour and a quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have a drink. I have a tickly throat. See? Yeah, I do need a beer.
Yeah, that cures everything.
What is it Homer Simpson says? Beer, the cause of and solution of all life's problems. First plugs, now shoes. I didn't steal the shoes, Darren. Or the plug. Kay says,
liability in the charity shop.
Kay says she watches the 6-pack in the morning. Yeah, sensible way to watch the 6-pack shows is to watch them the next morning while you're packaging.
That's what I do.
Or listing.
I go to bed. I have to get up for 7.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Nick, undressing unsuspecting old people and flogging their clothes. How has this started?
Getting a reputation.
Excellent. Peter says, go get the beer. Yes, I do, because our local will be shut soon. So hope you enjoyed that. We'll wrap this up now.
Yep.
Was that fun for you?
Yeah.
Good.
Not fun for Louis, fun for Andrea.
Yes. Yeah, thank you so much for sticking with us. We've still got 155 people in. We really appreciate this. We thoroughly enjoy doing these chats now. It feels like we have a bunch of friends that we can chat with.
Yeah, it's really cool because you see the same names every week, and it's like, yeah, it's like friends getting together and having a chat, and it's really good. We really enjoy it.
And sometimes, you know, you get tired. It's like, oh, Monday tomorrow, you feel down. We come on and
I've not had a good day today, actually. I felt really down today. So this has lifted my spirits, I have to say.
So we really appreciate the interaction that we get. The chat is just fantastic. Hard to keep up with. So we really, really appreciate you all dropping in. I will be back Tuesday with a guest. We do have a guest lined up that I need to confirm with.
When does it move to Zahir's channel?
After Tuesday, we're going to start alternating the Tuesday show between Z's channel and mine.
Oh, we're going to do, we've got something on Sunday, haven't we? So we're going to do our chat earlier and do it Saturday instead.
Yes.
Again.
We may have to move this show to Saturday next week. Yeah. We'll confirm that near the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So keep your eyes peeled on our link below to our Facebook, actually. If you follow us on there, you will.
Thank you. Subk sent us a super chat.
Oh, wow. CYBK has super chatted us £2. Skint, but the least I can give. Now put on a dress.
Is this like truth or dare?
That's incredibly generous, especially if you're skint right now. Put on a dress.
No.
I'm not.
No. I don't think it would fit you anyway, to be fair.
They've started something now. People are paying me to put on women's clothing. Maybe another time, maybe not.
That's a whole different video.
It's a whole different channel, that is. Okay, we really need to go. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you guys soon. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled tomorrow for the video of us running around in a Mini, picking up tab.
Running around in a Mini?
Driving around in a Mini. Quick, someone pay double for him not to. Don't send me money to put on a dress. I'll feel I have to then. Right, let's go. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye. Have a good week.
I'm going to hang up before someone pays me more.